Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. After the beautiful Meghan Markle and Prince Harry got married on Saturday, I was completely inspired. She looked stunning, glowy, natural, beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous. And I wanted to recreate that beautiful natural wedding look for you so that you can recreate it at home on a budget. So if you are interested in getting the beautiful Meghan Markle wedding makeup, but you're not interested in spending a lot of money, then please keep watching. Okay, so to start off with, let's just mention how absolutely stunning Meghan Markle was on her wedding day. The dress was perfect, the makeup was stunning, flawless, very, very natural, very royal. She got everything right. Absolutely perfect. So we're going to recreate that look today on the cheap. And when I say on the cheap, it's still going to cost a little bit of money, but it's not going to be high-end expensive. And you're going to be able to recreate this at home really, really simply and easily. So I'm going to start off by priming the face. It was all about the skin for Meghan Markle. She doesn't like wearing too much foundation. She likes her freckles to come through, and I just think that's an absolutely adorable look. We're going to use the Maybelline Master Primer, and this is the Illuminating Primer. You get 30 ml worth of product in this, and it is £8.99. So we're just going to put that on the face. So really nice consistency this as well, really nice. I'm going to use the Zoeva Define Buffer Brush 103. This is my favourite foundation brush. It's also great for putting on primers or anything like that. And we're just going to buff this into the skin. You can use your fingers for this as well if that's what you choose to do, but I just like to use a brush. Okay, so as you can see, that's just given me a beautiful dewy glow. It's very, very natural. You can actually wear this product on its own if you've got perfect skin like Meghan Markle. I don't, so I'm going to use some foundation, but you can use it on its own. So the foundation that Meghan Markle usually uses is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is more than likely going to be the foundation that she used on her wedding day because it's the one that she's most comfortable with. It gives a really sheer look to the skin. It's very natural. It allows her freckles to poke through, which is her signature look, and she just looked absolutely stunning. But that foundation is rather pricey, so I'm going to substitute that today for another fantastic foundation that's from the drugstore. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. It costs £8.99 and you get 30 ml worth of product. Super cheap for a lovely, lovely foundation. This is a brightening foundation as well, so it's going to be really illuminating and give you a lovely, natural, radiant finish. And it's very, very lightweight, so you can go from sheer to medium coverage, which is very, very similar to the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So we're going to get some of this on. This comes in 6 shades, and the shade I've gone for today is the shade 100, which is Ivory. Not going to do my usual trick and put far too much foundation on. We're going to build this up because this is going to be a natural finish. So I'm literally just going to put 4 dots on my face and use the same brush that I used to put the primer on my face, which is the 103 Zoeva Define Buffing Brush. And I'm just going to buff that in place. This is definitely the right shade for me. Like I said earlier on, it only comes in 6 shades, which is pretty poor. But it's a lovely foundation, and it's one that I feel mimics the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation the closest. And it's super cheap. So I'm going to leave it at that. You can still see some of my freckles through this foundation. If you're not comfortable with this level of coverage, you can build this foundation up. It's just so beautiful and so dewy and glowy and radiant. I really like this foundation. So as you can possibly see, I've still got quite a lot of product on my hand. I did put 2 pumps on there. I've probably used about 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 pumps of foundation, which is unheard of for me because I'm usually a 3 to 4 pump girl. maybe I use a little bit too much. You think? This is such a beautiful foundation and you're going to get a lot out of this for your money. Okay, so moving on to concealer. Really, really important because she did not have any under eye circles whatsoever. Not that I think she wakes up with them in the morning. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. This is an absolutely beautiful concealer and blends in perfectly with any radiant or dewy finished foundation. This comes in 14 different shades. It's $7.99 and you get 6.8 mils worth of product for your money. Just going to dab that on there. This does have caffeine in this product, which sometimes can make my eyes sting. I'm going to be using the 142 brush by Zoeva, which is the concealer buffing brush, and I'm just going to pat that product in place. Okay, so we're going to move on to brows. Now, Meghan Markle has the most beautiful brows. They are very natural looking, they are quite full. She doesn't look like she does too much with them, but I think she actually does. It's just a knack that she's got to make them look so beautiful and so natural. So we're going to try and do something slightly different today, and you can let me know in the comment section if you actually like this look. So one trick that I've learned recently is to make sure that your brows are completely dry before you start. So I'm just going to dust a little bit of powder over there to make sure that we've got no dampness or oils coming through the skin. I just find that any product that you use just sits better and lasts a lot longer if you do this. I'm just going to dust some over the eyelids as well to set those in place before we start on eyeshadows. Make sure that's completely dry. This is the RCMA powder, by the way. It comes in a massive big tub like this. You get 3 full ounces worth of product. This is going to last you such a long time, so it is definitely worthwhile going out and getting one of those, and I use it every single day. So I'm going to use my Primark Skinny Brow Pencil, which this was recommended to me by one of my friends, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to fill those in a little bit and give me a little bit of shape, but not too much because we want quite a natural look today. My brows are just finally starting to grow back after an absolutely disastrous eyebrow shaping experience. I won't be doing that again. So after you've filled the brows, I know these don't look very natural at the moment, but we are going to make them look a little bit more natural than this. You need some PEARS soap, or any soap that is clear, a very transparent soap. I'm going to take some setting spray. This is setting spray by L'Oreal. This is their infallible fixing mist. You don't have to use setting spray, you can just spritz this with water if that's what you choose to do. This is just what I've got to hand, and I'm going to spritz this with the fixing mist and go in with a little spoolie, get some of the soap on the spoolie, and then just brush the hairs up. This works very, very similarly to a brow gel. Obviously this one is colourless, so it's similar to a colourless brow gel, but a fraction of the price. This is 65 pence from most places. So we're just going to brush those up and make the brows just seem a little bit bushier than they actually are. They just seem fuller. You do need to keep your eyebrows quite short for this, so you are going to need to trim if you're going to do this on a regular basis. Okay, so once you've done that, you're just going to let those dry down a little bit, and then you can go back in with your brow pencil and just clean those up a little bit. And just fill those out. Okay, let's move on to the eyes. This is such a simple eye look. anybody is going to be able to master it. So the eyeshadow palette that I have chosen is the Revolution Flawless palette. This is an absolutely stunning palette, and you get so many different shades in there. 32 different shades for £8. £8. Wowzers. Now, Meghan went for a very natural look. There is not one particular shade that I can tell you to go and buy, because it all depends on your skin colour. So obviously Meghan's skin colour is a lot deeper than mine. She goes for colours that are 2 to 3 shades darker than her natural skin colour. So that is what I would say we're going to do for this look. 2 to 3 shades, your natural skin colour. Because obviously if I told you the shade that she actually used, which I don't know by the way, but it was a lovely brown. If I told you that particular shade to go and buy, somebody with a porcelain skin will look absolutely ridiculous, and it will not be a natural look. It will be quite a vibrant look. So you want to pick a brown that's 2 to 3 shades darker than your natural skin colour for this particular look. I'm going to go for this particular brown here, which looks stunning and has a little bit of a silvery shimmer to it. And I'm just going to go in with my finger, rub that around a little bit, got some on the end of my finger, and I'm just going to pat that on the eyelid. I actually did this look yesterday but used a darker shade, and it looked beautiful, but it wasn't in keeping with the wedding look. So if you want to go deeper than this, absolutely fine, go for it. So once you've got that on the eyelid, you're going to take a fluffy brush. This is the Morphe E23 brush, and this is the one that I usually use on all my tutorials. So you're just going to take your fluffy blending brush, and you're just going to make sure that there are no harsh edges. Once that's done, we are going to take some of the same colour on a very small brush, or even on a cotton bud if that's what you chose to do, and we're just going to brush it just underneath the eye, but not all the way to the tear duct, because we still want to keep this quite a natural look. So now we've got the colour on the eyelids and we've blended that out, we're going to move on to liner. One of Meghan's signature looks is a beautiful smoky eye, and she did not disappoint on her wedding day. Absolutely stunning, but very natural looking. So to keep this as natural looking as possible, we're going to go for more of a brown than a black. I'm going to use a product from Rimmel. This is Scandalize Liner, and it's in the shade Blazing Bronze. So we're just going to pop that product on the upper lash line. It's a really soft product, so it's really going to be easy to smoke this out a little bit. This particular pencil from Rimmel is £4.49, so it's an absolute steal. When you're actually choosing the shade of your liner, you want to do the same as you did with your shadow. So for your shadow, you went 2 to 3 shades darker than your actual skin complexion, and for your liner, you want to go 2 to 3 shades darker than the shadow that you chose. Then it looks really natural, it doesn't look too vibrant, and you're just going to look absolutely stunning on your wedding day. Okay, so we're going to move on to lashes. Meghan looked absolutely stunning. She didn't look like she got false eyelashes on. She probably did. She probably had the little individual ones on, but they weren't too long that they looked ridiculous. They were just beautiful. Now, I'm not going to put false lashes on today. I'm going to keep this as natural as possible. I am going to curl my lashes, and then we're going to put mascara on. And the mascara that I've chosen today is one of my favourite mascaras of all time. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. This is £8.99, and you get 9.5 mils of product in there. It is stunning, and it makes your lashes look super long. So let's just curl the lashes and we'll get right onto it. So these are my Primark eyelash curlers. They cost £1 and I use them in every single video. Why buy expensive ones? I don't know. I don't. So we're going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, and this is the colour Intense Black. I'm just going to brush that through the lashes, keep them as natural looking as possible, but keep them nice and voluminous and full. Just make sure every single lash is coated. Okay, so that's the eye look complete. I've got 2 coats of mascara on the top lashes and only 1 on the bottom lashes. I wanted it to look as natural as possible, so I've only put 1 coat on there. So now we're going to bronze a little bit. I've chosen to use the L'Oreal Back to Bronze bronzer. Not sure if Meghan would have actually bronzed, but my complexion isn't as beautiful as hers, so I'm just going to dust a little bit around the edge of my face just to give myself a little bit more colour. Again, this is a completely optional step. You don't have to do this at all. Okay, so we're going to move on to blush, and although Meghan is quite obviously American, on her wedding day she looked like a beautiful English rose with lovely rosy pink cheeks. So I'm going to go for that sort of look today. I've gone for a blush from the Natural collection. This is in the shade Rosy Glow and it's £1.99. So I'm going to take a MAC brush, and I have no idea the number of this MAC brush because the number has worn off. I have used it so regularly. So I'm just going to dip into that brush, knock off the excess, go on the tops of the cheekbones. I'm actually going to skip the apple of the cheek because I don't want to drag the face down. Okay, so the last bit to do with the skin, we are going to highlight. Very, very, very subtly highlight. So I'm going to use the La Vie en Glow palette by L'Oreal. You get 5 grams worth of product in here and it is £12.99, but it's extremely supple, and that is definitely what we're after. We definitely don't want a highlight that is seriously in your face and vibrant because that would ruin the entire look. I'm just going to rub my finger in that, and I'm going to press that slightly on the tops of the cheekbones and then blend that out with a different finger. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And a really important part is to just put a little bit of highlight above the eyebrow. This gives a little bit of a natural glow. You can also put a little bit in the center of the forehead and just blend that out. We're also going to put a tiny bit on the end of the nose. She was quite shiny on the tip of her nose on Saturday. It just adds to that really luminous, natural looking skin look. Just going to take that slightly up the bridge. And finally, we're just going to add a little bit just above the lip on the Cupid's bow. Okay, so Meghan absolutely loves a nude lipstick. It's really classy, really elegant, really understated, and just finished her beautiful wedding look off perfectly, making her lips look just beautiful and moisturized and plump. So the colour I'm going to go for today is by L'Oreal. This is part of the L'Oreal Colour Rich Lip Shine range, and this is in the shade 642. You want to try and find a shade that closely matches your natural lip shade. The consistency of this product, it tastes fantastic, by the way. It's like blackcurrant or something fruity. The consistency of the product is very similar to a lip balm. Very hydrating and really, really shiny. It's not going to last a really long time, but you can put this on without having a mirror. It's really, really simple to do, and because of that lip balm texture, it doesn't feel awkward at all putting this on. So there are loads of shades. I cannot remember how many shades are in this range, but these are going to cost you $7.99 each, I believe, and this is in the shade 642. So right at the end of this look, because I didn't powder the entire face and I want this look to stay in place, I'm just going to spritz a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist all over my face. Just try and dry that. Ooh, butterfly wings. So this is the finished look, a beautiful Meghan Markle inspired wedding look that is easy for any bride to recreate on their wedding day. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed creating this look for you. I enjoyed every single little bit of that wedding and I thought she looked absolutely stunning. You can add products, you can take products away depending on what look you actually want to go for. I estimate that Meghan Markle probably spent over £500 on all the makeup that she used last Saturday, and this little lot cost £82, which is still quite pricey, but if you can get things on a 3 for 2 or on a buy one get one half price, this makes it even more affordable. I absolutely love creating this. It's just such a beautiful wearable look for absolutely anybody, any eye colour, any skin complexion. Just stunning. So I hope you've really enjoyed watching this and I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye.